In this week's tutorial, we're going to be talking about synchronizing folders and why you might want to consider synchronizing your folders. There are really three reasons to synchronize folders. One, if you've added any content into the folders that are being referenced by Lightroom. As you may recall, Lightroom does not import your images into the program. It references those images in particular folders on your various hard drives. What you're seeing inside of Lightroom are catalog thumbnails of those referenced images. So if you happen to add images to your image folder, you might want to synchronize your folder to bring those images into Lightroom. Or if you happen to have removed any images from the image folder, this will also remove those images from the Lightroom catalog. And finally, if you happen to be working in another application that allows you to change your metadata, this will allow Lightroom to pick up those metadata changes. Now, for example's sake, I have created a few HDR images from the images that reside in the catalog that you see on the screen. And I've put those HDR images inside of this Grand Canyon folder. And so now what I want to do is I'm going to click on the folder, and I'm actually going to right click if I'm using a PC. That would be a control click if you happen to be using a Macintosh. And I'm going to come down and select Synchronize Folder. And when I do, it's going to quickly look at the folder, and it knows that there's 5 new images that are residing in the folder that aren't being represented in the Lightroom catalog. The dialog box also gives me the option to look at these images before importing them, and I like to keep this checkbox turned on just in case I've got other images that I didn't want imported. And I'll leave this metadata updates on as well, and I'm going to go ahead and click synchronize. And when I do, you can now see those HDR images I was just talking about. We can come in and we can make some metadata changes. We can add to the keywords, and of course we can change how the previews are going to be looking of our thumbnails. But I'm going to leave everything as is, and I'm going to go ahead and click import. And now you're going to see those images being brought into Lightroom. And in fact, a new folder has been added because I added this folder inside of the Grand Canyon folder when I actually did my HDR conversions. So you'll see now that Lightroom was able to go in, update the images that I had referenced in the Grand Canyon folder on the images that I had added, and now have updated the entire catalog to include not only the images from my shoot, but also the images that I had put into the folder after creating HDR images.